Who has seen the PETA, P-E-T-A, statement they released on Palworld? So, this is the article that I've been given. So if anyone doesn't know, PETA is People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals. Basically animal cruelty, like anti-animal cruelty people. So I literally haven't read this. Anyway, I said I wasn't going to read it until I was on stream. So we could all read it and be crazy outraged together. Because I'm obviously pro be good to animals, right? Okay, obviously. Like, don't hurt animals. We don't even, like, hurt spiders. I hate spiders, okay? Terrified of them. Think they're disgusting. We do not hurt, like, if there's a spider in the house. There was one the other day and it escaped. It's up there somewhere. It escaped. I went above the door frame, and my response was, leave it alone then, because if you try to get it out, you're going to hurt its legs. So now there's a spider living in my house. I'm like, if it comes near me, I might vomit from fear, like if it touches me. Do you know what I mean? So, to get this out there, I love animals, right? Now, when I play computer games, okay, don't really care if I have to go collect 10 cat paws. Like, I don't have, like, it doesn't exist. Unless you're playing a game that says, come and hurt an animal like this because it's fun, that would be an issue, right? That would be a problem. If it's, this is an animal and we're going to shoot it because we're in a shooter game and there's a cow in my way, not be funny, when I play Resident Evil, I tried to kill the cow and the cow hit me instead. I lost my fight with the cow. So, yeah. And I just, like, because I haven't read it yet, but I just think, like, what a waste of goddamn time. Fiddy on games with horses. Can I ride it? No. Oh, can I kill it? True story. True story. Yep. Cow attacked me. I got mad that I couldn't ride the horse. I tried to kill it. I also could not kill the horse. It was very sad times. I played a game, right? I played a game that was... It was horrific, right? There was this scene in it where you play as a little girl for a little while and robbers break into the house. So you swap, who you're, who's, oh my God, perspective you're playing from. And so for a minute you play as a little girl and she's hiding from these guys that broke into her house. So she hides in the cupboard and the guys find her in the cupboard and they drag her out the cupboard and you're the girl and she's screaming. And it really got to us. So it was horrific. Basically, end result is they kill the girl. But you play as the girl and so the girl's traumatized and screaming and da-da-da-da-da. Now, that was absolutely horrific and I wish I had known it was in the game. That being said, do I think the child cruelty people should go and take this game down? No, because it's a game. Do you know what I mean? It's not a game that's encouraging you to do that. So it's absolutely ridiculous. So I think it's insane that this, what we're about to discuss now, even exists. Shall we? So... Pocket Pal's open world animal collection adventure game Palworld has caught the attention of animal rights organisation PETA. I don't know if you're supposed to pronounce it PETA. I'm going to keep saying PETA, okay? Due to its apparent cruelty towards animals. Prior to release, Palworld was marketed as Pokemon with guns, and as such, it doesn't really hold back on the pixelated violence, even against the, how do you say that, eponymous pals that populate the game world. However, the cuteness of pals has caused some players to feel particularly bad about killing them, as evidenced by occasional posts on social media. Of course, one of the central gameplay mechanics of Palworld is base building and crafting items, much of which requires loot that drops on pals. These valuable goodies can be attained in Palworld by capturing pals with a pal sphere, or by sticking them in the ranch where they freely drop items as they roam around. But loot can also be collected more quickly and cheaply by simply slaughtering the wild pals inhabiting the world. It's not only a few players who have having a hard time with possibly, I can't believe that's even a problem, possibly mistreating pals. PETA, the People for Ethical Treatment of Animals, got in touch with Insider Gaming and hinted that it may be creating a vegan guide. That it may be creating a vegan guide for Palworld fans who have no interest in eating pals. It's Veganuary after all. This wouldn't be the... Jesus Christ. Straight face, I'm reading it. This wouldn't be the first time the animal rights organisation stepped in to help gamers out. Oh, these poor gamers. PETA created a vegan guide for Animal Crossing New Horizon players when the game was released in March 2020. PETA's statement on Palworld. PETA has already heard from many Palworld fans they have no interest in eating pals and want a vegan guide created for the game. It's for January after all, and gamers wanted to help animals by eating vegan in their game worlds and outside. Jesus freaking Christ. It's worth noting that the statement from PETA seems concerned only with eating pals, even though there are a few other potentially distasteful activities available to do in the Palworld. In addition, for the aforementioned slaughter of pals, captured animals are put to work in the essentially amount to unpaid labour camps. Do you know what? Because I always pay my horses or my sheepdog. I always pay them. Like, I go in there with money and I'm like, here's a £5 note. Thank you for letting me sit on you today, Mr. Horsey. And here is a £20 note because my sheepdog did a real good job of barking at the sheepies. Like, that's obviously how obviously. Like, duh. When my dog barks at the postman to let me know that he's there and he brings me the newspaper, I chuck him a 50. If he doesn't drool on it, he gets a tip. Yeah? In addition to the other, I read that bit, with their only recompense being a fluffy bed and some grub. Technically, you're paying them with food. It's a freaking animal. Furthermore, even human NPCs can be captured in Palworld, and in the same manner as animals. The notable side of PETA's statement somewhat echoes a contradiction found within Palworld itself. Players can freely run around taking down wild pals, complete with the sad death cries, as much as they want, but killing captured pals is apparently too brutal to see. At level 12, it's possible to learn to craft the meat cleaver to butcher domesticated pals. Well, if those pigs are looking pretty tasty, you know, I'm eating them. Bacon. But animation is pixelated. So it's also much kinder to get rid of captured pals of power by selling them to a merchant where you can go on to enjoy a hopeful, happy life. Is that it? Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Good Lord. Oh my God. Streamer said freaking animal. It's a freaking animal! Like, how is that even a thing? Does that mean in COD we need to like have like people like saviors because we're obviously shooting people? Like, if you don't want to eat the animals in the game, don't eat the animals in a game. Like, you don't need to. There doesn't need to be a bloody guide made for it. You don't need to waste bloody PETA's time. What a waste of their time. How pathetic is their cause that that's what they have to waste their time with? There are so many poor animals out there that are being abused by their owners, or dog fighting rings, or God knows what else. Like, I don't want to know because it's sad, it's horrible, and like it's, you know what I mean, I don't want to know. There are so many real animal cruelty things happening in the world. They could get the hell off our computer game. Where are the human rights when the animals pals kill me in the game? Exactly. And how is that even a thing? Go eat your berries. Exactly. Like, there are already vegan options for food. Like, every game has vegan options because the basic vegan is, like, just natural food. You could eat the honeycomb and... you probably can't because bees. You could eat the berries. You could eat the berries. So go eat the berries. Like, eat the mushrooms. You don't need to have a drumstick. And you don't need a bloody corn drumstick or like, plant substitute drumstick. Just eat a goddamn plant. It's a game. You can't taste it. Ugh. It's not like you're sat there going, hang on, this pixel doesn't taste like real meat. Do you know what I mean? Like, what the hell? Like, it's so ridiculous. Like, I mean, I'm so confused. And this whole slavery thing, like, dog slaves. Like, slaves. Your animal can't be a slave. Your animal is a pet, and you either put it to good use or not. People who have chickens that lay eggs, therefore you are using the chickens to get the eggs, do not have the chickens as the slaves. That is not how it works. You have a chicken, and your chicken makes the egg. You now have an egg, and you have a chicken. That is it. There is no conspiracy. Chicken, egg. Working chicken. Do you know what I mean? And then when chicken gets old, you're probably going to eat it. Either they're domesticated or they're not. Exactly. I mean, like, in this country, we don't eat our cats and dogs. However, if I was a wild person out in the wild and I was, like, hungry and a dog walked past me, then I'm like, meat is meat. Do you know what I mean? You turned half European halfway through that. That is because it is important to emphasize the chicken and the egg, okay? Other cultures eat dogs. They do. It, like, some countries do. That's why I chose the dog. Like, in this country, we don't eat dog. But they do somewhere. And if I was out in the wild, and it was me or the dog, and it was a wild dog, I'm not going to go over to, like, Jimmy's garden and nick his dog from the dog house in the front garden, obviously. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to, like, whistle with, like, a bow. Here, Floppy. Come on, Floppy. Mama's hungry. Like, I ain't going to do that, obviously. But if I'm in the wild and there's a dog there and I'm going to die, or I could get my arrow, because apparently I've learned an arrow. I'm Buffy now. Crossbow and an arrow and all that shiz. And I'm hungry. I'm going to eat the dog. I already ate Jimmy's dog. Find a new. God damn it, Corin. But, like, just animal slaves, it's just, like, it's not a thing. I would teach the dog to bring food to me. Oh, yeah, but that's still animal cruelty, because now you're just encouraging the dog to hurt other animals. Now you're making, like, an animal cruelty murdering. I'm sure there's something in there. I don't know, because I'm not, like, a crazy person. Slave labour! Yeah, no, that's slave labour. That is slave labour in a barbaric way, because you're making your slave dog slaughter other creatures for you. How could you? Why would you do this? But, like, it's so ridiculous, isn't it? How pathetic of an existence do people need to have that this is the crap they need to kick up a fuss about? Like, I just don't get it. Like, I don't know about you, but I've got way more, like, interesting crap going on in my life that I can find other stuff to entertain myself or to validate myself with. If you really need validation from other people, I can think of much better ways to validate myself. How about being a good person? How about helping other people when they need help? Stuff like that. You know, you can get real good validation for that, and everyone loves a helper. Everyone loves a giver. So how about put your effort into that rather than, oh no, this Pokemon lookalike game makes the penguin use the hammer to make a nail. No. Basically, the world's fucked. We're the worst thing to ever happen to it. Cynical, yes, but very true. Like, obviously, I love my life. I love life. I love my kids. I love all the perks of being human and whatnot. But Jesus Christ, is this world, is the human race going down the shitter? Do you know what I mean? If they don't even deserve the T's in that word, they're not going down the shitter. No, they're going down the shitter. That's it. PETA gets millions of donations a year. Spends time responding to animal cruelty claims on a video game. I'm sure people would love that. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm sure PETA do lots and lots and lots of good stuff for all the animals, obviously, in the world. I'm not, like, saying, oh my god, they're a waste of time. Obviously, they do great stuff. However, come the fuck on. Like, that's just, like, ridiculous, isn't it? Like, it's actually ridiculous. Actually crazy. And why is only Palworld and apparently Animal Crossing two of the, like, it's obviously got something to do with the cute element, but there are loads of games that have cute characters in them that you play. And I don't know about you, but every single game I play, yesterday I was playing Enshrouded, and they're these little rabbit gremlin looking thingies. They literally look like rabbits with, like, gremlin long floppy ears, right? They're so cute. What did I do? I chased after them to hit the rabbit thing and kill it and hopefully get some meat. What happened? I chased the rabbit off the cliff and it fell off the cliff. So, you know, the PETA are clearly, like, coming for me. Wait, what? Yeah, no, I'm sorry. It fell off the cliff. It's dead now. And I didn't even get the meat because it's dead at the bottom of the cliff. And I can't get down off the cliff. So there's just a dead, big-eared rabbit down there. And I'm still hungry. So, you know, there's that. Oh, PETA God of War dog videos. Have a look. Okay. They made posts about removing all violence against animals in God of War games. Hang on. They wanted God of War 2. Or God of War posted that they were going to. PETA wants new God of War Ragnarok mode to remove violence against animals. Okay, ready? Let's go. This dog has been chained outside of the cold for ages. Oh, it's a mad dog. Kratos and others found him in deplorable condition. Oh. Enjoying the cold ravages of the fimbul winter without any shelter. No food, aside from Kratos, or water was available to him. I mean, that is sad, yeah, obviously. All dogs deserve love, loving homes and warm couches, even if they're 60 feet tall. If you're cold, they're cold. Dogs should never be kept chained or penned outdoors. Oh my god. Ask them to create a PETA mode so players can get past guard without hurting him. You just need to throw him a steak. Obviously. Big, large slab of meat. Jesus Christ. And then, why does that mean that we only care about the furry animals that we know? What about the creatures that are created in games that don't exist in the real world? Like, there are plenty of squirmy, squiggly, monstery thingies. Who's to say that the monster is evil and deserves to be killed? Do you know what I mean? Maybe the monster that we kill that says he's going to like kill the whole of existence, maybe he's just hungry because he hasn't been fed in a while and he just wants to snack on people. Oh my god, I just don't understand it. I just don't get it. What a waste of people's existence. I mean, they have proven that animals have mental health. Cats do get depressed, and that's why they overgroom and stuff like that. That's obviously sad. In real life. In a computer game, you're probably still going to kill the cat if it has good loot. Sorry, if that cat drops a fur coat that's going to give me plus 20 stamina and plus 10 intellect, I'm killing the cat. Do you know what I mean? I want my loots. Simples. Doesn't mean I'm going to hurt my babies that are at home, okay? I'm a cat mummy and I love my cats. I ain't killing my cats, but I am going for the fur coat in the game. Simples. Jesus Christ. Just realised that killing the manticore in Pop means you're killing a human, a lion and a scorpion at the same time. No! What have I done, Mandy? Oh my god. Just like at tigers and zoos, they display stereotypical behaviours such as many animals because they're not stimulated enough. Oh, honestly, like, just the whole thing just drives me crazy. Like, we can sit here, we can argue about what's it right and wrong in the world when it comes to animal cruelty, animal slavery, blah, 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 blah. That's the real world. Whatever that is accurate to and all of that, and do you know what I mean? Like, that's all that. And then you have a video game. So unless the video game is a game that says, hey kiddies, want to hurt animals? This is how to do it. If it doesn't say that, it should be irrelevant from this discussion. It shouldn't even be in the same ball game. I'm all for conservation. Yeah, I don't mind zoos and stuff, as long as they're doing it to, like, help the animals survive. Like, for example, the blue macaw is almost extinct. There's hardly any left in the world. It's a very endangered bird. I know that because we looked it up after watching Rio, the kids film. So you have blue macaws in captivity and then they breed them and then they get loads of baby macaws. Then they prep them for life in the real world, out in the real world. And then when they're ready, they set them free to kind of bring them back to having some kind of living population because the humans are killing the rainforest, right? That I am all for, okay? As long as the animal is treated well whilst it's cared for, it's no different to us having cats and dogs here. Cats and dogs are not meant to be, back all the way back at the beginning before people came and touched stuff, are not meant to be pets. They're not meant to be domesticated. They are wild animals. So if you can keep a cat, you can keep a tiger in a zoo, and the only difference is you have to make sure they are looked after well. And obviously, if the animal is going to be extinct in the wild, it's nice if the zoo, who looks after the animal well, does some kind of like rehabilitation thing going on to kind of put them back out, which a lot of zoos do now. They take some of their funds and it goes towards them putting animals back out there. Okay, so I'm actually quite pro zoo and pro conservation as long as they're well looked after and it's like carries on the species. Do you know what I mean? But that's got nothing to do with computer games. I will like, if it was a computer game, I'm probably going to break the walls of the zoo and kill all the animals and find some rare loot chests underneath where they buried them. Do you know what I mean? Like, because it's not the same thing. Like, my cat bit me the other day because she was moody because I walked past her while she was sleepy. She literally rolled over and went, ah! And like, it didn't, I mean, it hurt, but it didn't like break skin or anything. She literally just nipped me because she was being a bitch, basically. Did I kick the cat? No. Was I mad at the cat? Yes. Did I call her a bitch? Yes. Did I walk... Cats can't understand me. I'm allowed to say that word. It's fine. It's not cruelty to animals. Did I then walk away and bitch to the rest of the house that the cat bit me and she's a cow? Yes, I did. Is she still one of my babies? Yes, the killer? No. If that happened in a game, you can bet I would beat the cat, kill the cat, loot the cat, and be like, ha ha, screw you cat, how dare you touch me. Anyway, yeah. So that's stupid, and what a waste of time. And I hate the world. Shall we go beat up some animals in the game?